For their first game at their new stadium, AFC Liverpool welcomed Morecambe to the Arrvia Stadium in a pre-season friendly. In the lineup for AFC Liverpool were some familiar faces, as Tom Stewart, James Buckley and Francis Barry had all returned from the fold, while new signing Jay Robinson made his first appearance since signing over the summer. It was Morecambe who made the early breakthrough, as some slack defending from Ryan Williams' free kick allowed Paul Mullin to stab home from close range. However, AFC Liverpool didn't let this early setback affect them too much, and they almost found an equaliser when James Buckley met Michael Gervin's cross, but his shot with the outside of his left boot was always agonisingly curling away from the goal. Morecambe's next attack then almost brought them another goal, as eventually Kevin Ellison fed Paul Mullin, but his close-range shot was parried by Stephen Lonrig. Before a foul on Alex Kenyon on the edge of the box presented Ryan Williams with a chance to go direct for goal. But though he struck his free kick perfectly over the AFC Liverpool wall, he could only stand and watch as the ball came back off the crossbar. AFC Liverpool weren't overawed by their League Two opponents, and as the game progressed, they grew ever more confident, and almost found an equaliser when Jay Robinson showed good strength to get onto Stephen Williams' through goal, but the striker couldn't quite mark his debut with a goal. Late on in the half, Jay Wynn came even closer to finding the back of the net, but the central defender was unlucky to see his first-time half volley strike the top of the crossbar. Then shortly afterwards, the Michael Gervin cross to the back post picked out Ryan Cox, but the striker couldn't get any real purchase on his header to cause Andreas Aristidou major problems. The second half though definitely belonged to Morecambe, and they almost doubled their lead through Tom McCready, but he was denied twice in quick succession by a combination of Ryan Jones and Jay Wynn. The second goal duly arrived though shortly afterwards. A series of corners had put serious pressure on AFC Liverpool's goal before Jack Sampson's header finally brought reward for the visitors.
Goal scorer from Morecambe, number 10.
Tom McCready then tried his luck from distance, but Ryan Jones in the AFC Liverpool goal did enough to turn the ball behind for a corner. However, there was little Jones could do to prevent Morecambe's third goal, as Alan Goodall successfully converted another corner. Jones though did do enough to prevent Marcus Marshall from further extending Morecambe's lead a little bit later. Quick counter-attack by Morecambe as the game entered its final stages brought about their fourth goal, and Ryan Jones could do little to prevent Jamie Devitt from finishing off a fine flowing move. Ryan Jones then had to be at his very best to prevent Marcus Marshall making it 5-0. fifth goal did arrive for Morecambe though in injury time, when Paul Mullin completed the scoring as he rounded Ryan Jones before slotting the ball underneath the keeper.